Welcome to the Candle Business Coach podcast. I'm your host, Kirsty Allen, and I am the Candle Business Coach. I'm also a mum of three and a kindness advocator. This podcast is all about making and selling candles, business development, and mindset, delivered to you with advice, inspiration, and motivation in a new episode every Friday. This episode is brought to you by the membership for candle makers, the Candle Makers Collective. Becoming a member gives you access to fortnightly online group Q&A coaching sessions to support you, monthly online workshops and trainings to help you grow your business, plus frequent expert guest speakers to inspire and teach you. You'll also have access to an ever-growing resource library with templates, guides, planners, and ebooks. But my favorite aspect of the membership is our exclusive Facebook group for accountability, connection, and support. So if you're looking to take your candle business to the next level and learn more about the membership for candle makers, click the link in the show notes for the Candle Makers Collective. Welcome back to the podcast, my friend, and welcome to 2024. Can you believe we are now 2 weeks into the year? It feels like we were just celebrating Christmas last week, but really that was, 3 weeks ago now. So crazy to think how fast 2024 is already happening. So if I didn't get to say it to you over social media, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I myself spent the morning opening presents with my children and enjoying watching them soak up all of the excitement and joy of getting their favorite present that they were hoping to get from Santa, which was so exciting to see that happen. And then I got to spend the dinner with my partner's family. And of course, we ate way too much, but enjoyed the festivities nonetheless. So for today's episode, I thought I would do a little bit of a similar thing to what I did this time last year in terms of sharing with you what my goals are, both personal and business, for the coming year. So if you go back to one of my previous episodes, the Bring On 2023 episode, you'll be able to hear what my goals were for 2023. They included, in case you don't want to go back and listen to that episode, they included doing yoga every day or as many days as I can each week, drinking more water. They were my personal goals, and my business goals, I had a few. One was to run my course Candlecraft for 2 or 3 more sessions in 2023. That didn't actually happen only because I pivoted into the membership, the Candle Makers Collective, and I felt that that was a better way that I can help support and guide candle makers on their journey in a more long-term capacity rather than just a 6-week container, which was the course, Candlecraft. One of my other goals for 2023 was to reach 1,000 followers on Instagram, which I actually did achieve. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember when that happened, but I know that when I ticked over from 999 people to 1,000 people or 1,000 followers, I very much celebrated because I knew that that was an achievement that not everyone is able to achieve in such a short amount of time, such as myself. So I was very excited to achieve that. And I hope I don't sound egotistical, but I am very grateful for that achievement or for reaching that milestone. We're currently sitting at 1,630 followers, but as you know, the numbers always fluctuate, but my account is growing and I'm able to make an impact onto more and more candle makers and candle business owners, which I truly adore. One of the other goals I had for 2023 was to continue producing 2 podcast episodes a week. Now, for those of you playing along, you'll know that I've actually dropped to 1 episode a week, so just on a Friday instead of a Tuesday and a Friday every week. And to be honest, I don't know how I actually fitted in the 2 episodes a week. As you can appreciate, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes in terms of research and booking, recording sessions with the guests, and then editing, of course, takes a huge amount of time, and producing the episodes and getting them up and scheduling them and doing all the behind the scenes, such as the social media, and of course emailing my list and so the email marketing side of things. There's all these different moving pieces of the puzzle, and I think now that I have done over 100 episodes and I know what's involved in getting them produced and getting them out into the world, it takes a lot of work. Now, I'm a mum of 3 and I also work part-time as well. I work 4 days a week in my job. So I don't know how I managed to fit in the 2 episodes a week. I think I was running on adrenaline and excitement. But I think, to be honest, having one episode a week, it gives me a bit of balance for, life and work and the podcast and the candle business, coach business, and all the different things that are a part of my world. So I'm really happy with having one episode a week. I hope that it's fitting into what you need as well. If you do ever get up to date with all the episodes and you don't have any more episodes to listen to, I give you permission to listen to other podcasts. So you can do that if you like, or of course you can go back and listen to some previous episodes if you want to just refresh your mind on some of the topics that we've talked about previously. So what I would like to share in this part of this episode is my 2024 goals. So I've got a few personal goals and a few business goals as well. So I'll start off with the personal goals. I would like to get a little bit fitter. This is number one on my list. And to be honest, I actually bought a treadmill a few months ago just from Gumtree, which was really great because I was able to get it secondhand, and it's a foldable one. So I can, pop it out of the way when I'm not using it, but I can pull it out and use it when I need. So ideally what I'd like to be doing is walking on that at least 5 times a week, every day if possible. I kind of set the goal of 5 times a week to give myself a little bit of grace if, something happens and I'm not able to hit my goal. It's not a failure. It just means that I'm going to try the next day instead, so I'm still able to maintain my goal in that regard. Now, this is a personal one, but I tend to skip breakfast a lot, and I know that that's not a great thing for our digestion and just for general health and well-being. So one of my goals for this year is to eat breakfast more consistently, of course drink some more water, and of course eat healthier and smaller portion sizes as well. So that's something that I'm working on for 2024. I would also love to plan some holidays and some weekend getaways with my partner. So holidays with the family and weekend getaways with my partner would be ideal. Since starting the Candle Business Coach business in 2022, the end of 2022, I've not had a holiday or a real break from the business. And that's not to, garner any sympathy or anything like that. It's just I've been so passionate and driven and dedicated and determined to get this business off the ground and really help as many candle makers as possible. And I am doing that. And so I am proud of what I've achieved and what I've been able to do to help other people on their candle making journeys. But it gets to the point where you need a break and you need some space and some clarity away from your regular commitments to be able to come back with more of a clear mind and a passion for it. So 2024, I'm going to go on a holiday and have some weekend getaways as well. And then just some general house projects around our home. So we're wanting to redesign a couple of the rooms here in terms of what we're going to use them for. And then of course, some things outside the house, such as gardening and just wanting to do some things around the garage as well. So there's a few things that I'm wanting to achieve, and I'm hoping most of those will be knocked off or knocked on the head towards the start of 2024, because I've got some business goals as well, and those are going to give me or take a lot of time and energy as well. So finding that balance or finding that perfect tilt between personal and business life and work is something that is elusive for most of us, myself included, but it's something that I like to aim high for or have those stretch goals, something to work towards and always feel like there's something I'm looking forward to. So in terms of my 2024 business goals, the first one I'm very, very excited about, and that is to be a guest speaker at the Australian Soap and Candle Conference, which is actually on March 25th this year. And for those that might have a countdown app on their phone like I do, and you type in that date, you'll know that it's 71 days until the event, until the conference. So I'm very excited. I'll be speaking for about half an hour, and I'm going to weave in my personal journey, my personal story, as well as how you can then grow and transform your business and use the power of self-determination, motivation, and self-belief to get you there. So that's something I'm very, very much looking forward to. I'll leave a link in the show notes if you want to purchase a ticket for the conference. You can either attend in person if you're in the Melbourne area, or if you're wanting to travel to Melbourne, it's actually going to be held in Brighton. Otherwise, there's online tickets as well. So you're more than welcome to purchase an online ticket and you can watch the conference via Zoom from the comfort of your own home. The next goal on my list is to grow my membership, the Candlemakers Collective. We currently have 26 beautiful members, and I am extremely grateful and appreciative of all of the members in the group. And it really is this really lovely collective, really, of candle makers that are supportive, encouraging, and cheerlead one another. And I love that I've been able to nurture this group of beautiful people that are so passionate about their businesses or their business and helping other people succeed along their journey. But in saying that, I would love to grow the membership. So I would love to get to a point where we have 50 people in the group and then 100 people in the group, because when we have our fortnightly coaching and Q&A calls, when I see all these faces on the screen, it just lights up my heart and soul so much, because it means that they are dedicating their time to learn and grow and become better versions of themselves as a collective, as a group, which totally blows my mind. I just love it so much. Another goal I have for the business is to do with the podcast. So I'm going to keep this pretty loose in that I just want to keep going and keep growing, both as a podcaster and as a business owner. I want to keep upskilling myself to become a better interviewer for when I have podcast guests. And of course, I want to be able to bring as much information and deliver it in a tangible, digestible way to you, the listener. Another goal I have, and this will happen in the next couple of weeks, is I'm going to release another episode that was recorded a couple of weeks ago, early January. It was our group podcast recording, which was held via Zoom, and I'd mentioned it a few times on my socials and my free Facebook group, the Candle Business Hub. We had about 14, 15 people on the call, which was lovely, and Michelle Penner from Within the Chaos Candle Co. and I co-hosted that recording. And so you'll actually get to hear a group of people talking about candle making and our candle business and overcoming mindset challenges, and be able to go through the process of doing that podcast. I'm very much looking forward to releasing that. Another goal I have for my business is to grow the Facebook group, the Candle Business Hub, to 1,000 members. So we're currently sitting at 880. And again, the number does fluctuate as people come in and out of the group as their needs change and more people are attracted to the group. But when we hit 1,000 members, I'm planning on doing a giveaway. So there'll be a prize of either a free coaching call with myself, or it'll be a month in the Candlemakers Collective, so a month in the membership. So depending on who the winner is of that giveaway, when I work out how to organize it and how to run it, they can choose which prize that they are most needing at the time. Okay, so we're getting through my list of goals. I didn't realize I had as many as I'd written down here, but yes, it's good to have goals and it's good to work towards them as time goes on, and especially when we try and make sure that our goals are achieved by the end of each year. It gives us a bit more of a firmer deadline, which can give you a kick in the pants to get you moving in the direction of your goals. So I want to just briefly mention something a little bit different in this part of the episode, in that I'm actually in the process of starting a new side business, which will take shape in the next couple of months. I won't share details yet. I know, such a tease, because it's not finalized yet. But when it does come into effect, or when it does start to happen, I will share more details here on the podcast and in my socials and in all the places that you can find me. But I just wanted to say I've got another little goal. It's a bit of a side business, a bit of another side hustle. Not exactly related to candle making. It's something a little bit different that I have discovered and have now got another passion for. So, very much like me, if you're feeling passionate, you have a good idea and you don't want to give up on that idea, or you don't want to let it go, you chase it down, you make it work, you make it happen. So that's something that's coming in the next couple of months. One thing I did want to mention about the Candle Business Coach business is something that I've brought out in the last week or so, and that is I've brought in private coaching packages. Now, these are available now, and I'll pop a link in the show notes. There's 3 options available, and they all have different price points depending on what your needs are and how I can best serve you. So I'll run through what the 3 options are first, and then I'll go into a bit of detail. The first one is a 60-minute session. That's just one session. Then there's 3 sessions, again, for 60 minutes each, or 6 sessions for 60 minutes each. So the one session is currently priced at $150. And in this session, we would work through your current blocks when it comes to your business and your mindset. I'll be able to help you find clarity with your candle making journey, and you can learn what steps you need to take to see tangible differences in your candle business whilst avoiding common pitfalls along the way, which I think is really important, to have those check-ins with someone that can give you that accountability and help you have that clarity when it comes to your business. The second option, which I mentioned, is 3 sessions that go for 60 minutes each, and that one is currently priced at $400. So in our 3 sessions together, we would identify where you're stuck and what you need to do to move forward with your candle business. We'll also focus on setting stretch goals and tracking your progression to ensure growth, and this means that you've got an accountability partner, and I will be able to give you the motivation to get you into momentum. And then the last option is the 6 sessions, which go for 60 minutes, and that's currently priced at $700. These are held over several months. The 6 sessions will basically kick your business into overdrive as your goals are set and smashed, with an emphasis on accountability and growth. Now, with these sessions, we'll make sure that all aspects of your business are examined and nurtured, and you'll have a more thorough understanding on how to actually succeed in your journey, however you define success. So as I mentioned, the prices for each of those sessions, the 1, 3 or 6 sessions, those are the current prices, and they will in time increase, but I'll certainly let you know before I change the price so that if you do want to get in at the current price, you can certainly do so. And again, I'll pop the link in the show notes for the private coaching if that's something that you want to explore with myself. So we've come to, I nearly went into auto mode, and I was going to say we've come to my favorite part of the podcast where I ask all my guests 3 questions relating to candles, but it's just me. There's no one else here. So I'll rephrase that and say we've come to this part of the podcast where I want to hear from you. I want to know what your goals and dreams are for 2024 and what you want to achieve over the next 12 months. So send me a message on Instagram at Candle Business Coach, or send me an email, or join the Candle Business Hub Facebook group and tag me. I would love to share with you what your goals are and help be a cheerleader for you, because I know that when you've got someone in your corner cheering you on, it really does make a difference, and it means that you'll be able to achieve your goals a lot faster because you've got someone there supporting you and you're not alone. So thanks so much for listening to this episode, and I hope to see, or I hope you hear me in the next episode. Thank you, my friend, for listening to this episode. Check out the show notes for all the links mentioned throughout the conversation, and please subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you're feeling inspired, I would love it if you would write a review for the podcast and give a 5-star rating. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.